there, it's Linda and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing how to prevent and manage stress as a college student this semester. A lot of the time we feel stressed because we feel like we have a lot to do and we don't have a lot of time to do it. So one way to reduce stress is to make a plan for the semester. What I like to do each semester is to get a weekly schedule where I can write out my plans for each day of the week. What I like to do is fill in activities that I first do on a weekly basis, like go to class, work, or volunteer, and then I fill in other activities that I want to do as well, such as studying. And I think it's really good to reflect on when you're going to be the most motivated to do these tasks. For example, are you a morning bird or more of a night owl? And you can kind of fill in those tasks based on when you have the most energy and the most motivation to get more things done. And I did find that when I spent more time at the beginning of the semester planning, then I had a lot less stress because I knew exactly when I was going to be doing all the activities that I needed to do. So the second thing that you can do to avoid stress is to get things done off your to-do list and to avoid procrastination. And of course, this is a lot easier said than done. But when we start to have a lot of things to do and we don't do them, this can cause us to feel a lot of stress. A couple of weeks ago, my mom and I ended up decluttering some clothes from around the house, and we put it in a bag that was just sitting around. And every time I saw the bag, I felt kind of like stress and feeling like I had something to do that was not being done. And of course, when we have a bunch of small tasks like this that build up, that can cause us to feel a lot of stress. So if there's a small task that you're putting off and you can do it fairly quickly, just try to get it done. And in terms of having a larger task, like a final project, it can be really helpful to break that task down into small, manageable steps. For example, starting off by coming up with a topic, starting your research, writing the first paragraph, the first draft. So with those larger tasks, you want to ask yourself, what is one small step that I can take to get me closer to my goal? And I find that when I do this with larger tasks, I am less likely to procrastinate and more likely to get the task done by the deadline. The third thing you can do to reduce stress is to reduce your workload. And this is going to look different for different people, but it might look like taking less courses, working less hours, or saying no to any social events or extra responsibilities that people want to give you. And it's not necessarily just about saying no to things. It's more about reducing the amount of things on your to-do list to make time for things that are really important to us in life. Before you start a new semester, really reflect on all the work that you're going to be able to do and whether you're going to be able to handle it or whether you could reduce some of it. And if you're not able to reduce your workload, you can still avoid adding extra things to your to-do list by setting boundaries with others around your time. The fourth thing that you can do to reduce your stress is to remove or limit things in your life that personally cause you stress. And of course, everyone's going to experience some stress at some point in their lives, but there's certain things and people that add some unnecessary stress to our lives. So this might mean spending less time with some people, or consuming less news, or using your phone less, or drinking or smoking less. Try to think back to the last time you were stressed in the past and see if you can try to reduce or limit that stress in your life. So this fifth point about reducing stress is kind of related to the last one, and it's to choose your friends wisely. They say that we're about the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, and if we're spending time with people who bring us down, who encourage bad behaviors, or are really difficult to be around in general, can cause us a lot of stress. On the other hand, if we spend time with friends who are really encouraging, really fun to be around, or really helpful or supportive towards us, this can actually reduce our stress. For me, even if I've had a really stressful week, if I spend time with my good friends, I end up feeling really happy and energized and encouraged. So just want to say that if you have friends that are causing you a lot of stress, it's okay to take a step back and limit your time with them, or even end that friendship if it's really harmful to your mental health. So the sixth way to manage stress is to make time for leisure activities like hobbies, games, and fun. It can be really helpful to take a break every now and again from our schoolwork to make time for the things that we're really excited and passionate about. And even just when we're laughing, this increases the oxygen and blood flow in our bodies, which really reduces stress as well. And I think it's really important to have activities like this that we're really passionate and really bring us joy, because even going to school for something that we're really passionate about, it can really sometimes feel like a job and be very tiresome. So sometimes it's good to have an activity to do where we focus our mind elsewhere and gives us a little bit of a creative outlet. The seventh way to manage your stress is to take care of your physical health by eating well, getting enough sleep, and doing some exercise. And this is because our mental health is very closely tied to our physical health. When we fuel and rest our body, this allows our body to be able to handle any challenges and stress that it encounters in the day. Exercise reduces stress and tiredness and also improves our concentration and cognitive function. Exercise and other physical activities also reduce endorphins, which are a natural painkiller, which helps improve our sleep and also in turn reduces stress. And even small amounts of exercise can reduce stress, so don't worry about having to go to the gym for an hour or do some kind of crazy workout. So I also want to talk about a few techniques that I use when I'm stressed out in the moment. And the first thing I do when I'm really stressed out is try to focus on my breathing. So I'll try to breathe in completely and try to breathe out completely as well. And sometimes I'll take a pause between my breaths, or sometimes I'll do some counting as well. So I'll count 1 breath in, 1 breath out. And I think doing breathing exercises can be really helpful because they help shift the focus from what you're stressed out about to focusing in on the present moment and what's happening in your body. With that being said, I also do some mindfulness and meditation exercises as well. Mindfulness is really about paying attention in the present moment on purpose with non-judgment. So sometimes when I'm being mindful, I'll pay attention to what I'm feeling or what I'm experiencing in my body. Either that or I'll focus my attention outward on what's happening in the environment that I'm in. For example, I might label some things that I see around the room, such as like there's a bed, there's a window, there's a wall, or I might go on YouTube and search up some guided mindfulness meditations. There's also some apps such as Headspace or Calm that you can use for this as well. And I think again, this is really helpful because when we have stress and anxiety, it's usually rooted in something that happened in the past or something that we're worried about in the future, but we don't feel as much stress when we focus in on the present moment. And finally, one other thing that I do when I'm feeling stressed out is use a stress ball. And stress ball can be really helpful in reducing stress and tension, as well as improves our blood flow, our concentration, and strengthens our muscles. So this is a really low-cost way to manage your stress as well. So those are some ways you can prevent and manage stress this semester as a college student. So I'd love to hear how you're managing your stress if you'd like to share in the comments down below. And if you're looking for more videos about how to navigate through college and beyond, then definitely be sure to subscribe for more videos. So thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you next time. Bye!